Hi, thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to review the ultimate institutional funds and investor database. If you're looking to raise capital, this is the ultimate database for you to use in 2025 and beyond. So we're going to take a look at the spreadsheet coming up, but let's just start off with description of the database. So this is the ultimate institutional investor database. It's a rare database of institutional grade investors sourced from my exclusive database of over 400,000 global capital professionals. Basically, this is a database that's made up of 3 institutional grade databases. It's been updated in 2024 and 2025, and this is the first time I've ever offered it. It's been taking a long time to get together, but this is perfect for people who want to access capital like never before. And to be clear, this is the who's who in investment capital and fundraising. So the key database fields are going to include contact names, titles, investor type, location, geographic preference, websites, email, sector specialization, investment strategy, fund descriptions, and more. So the top fund strategies in the database, this is the leading demand areas. One is venture capital. So that could be high growth potential in seed, early stage, and growth funding. 2, private equity buyout, strong appetite for established businesses and leveraged deals. And number 3, real estate. Real estate is a key one here. Stable asset-backed opportunities across global and regional markets. If you are a real estate group looking to reach institutional grade firms and funds, this is perfect for you. The rest are more diversified alternatives like infrastructure, direct lending and private credit, special situations, secondaries, fund of funds and co-investment, natural resources and energy, hybrid and multi-strategy funds. So, although this does have historical funds that go back all the way to 2007, now I'm going to show the database coming up again, but why are we targeting 2022 to 2024 for this database? Now, first of all, deployment cycle. Most venture capital private equity funds begin deploying capital 6 to 12 months post-close, meaning funds raised in 2022 and 23 are actively investing in 2024 and 2026. So we're sitting here around the middle of 2025. This is perfect timing. Dry powder availability as well. So with a typical 10-year funds, 4 to 5 year investment period, capital will remain until 2027 and beyond. Also active window, so 2025 to 2028 is prime time for outreach, as many of these funds are still allocating to new deals. And that regional nuance could come into play here. For example, Middle East funds, especially family offices, sovereign-linked investors, often operate on more flexible timelines compared to traditional Western GP and LP structures. So this makes the 2022-2024 cohort of funds the strongest targets for founders and groups seeking capital today. So who is this database suited for? Starting off, fund managers and startups seeking targeted capital raising, ideal for venture capitalists, private equity groups, real estate funds, and startups aiming to connect with qualified investors across multiple asset classes. Basically, you're looking at a database of everybody in the sector. So institutional fundraisers and placement agents, perfect for professionals managing institutional grade fundraising initiatives, including family office, investment banks, hedge funds, pension funds, infrastructure funds, requiring accurate, up-to-date investor contacts with detailed profiles. And business development and investor relations teams. It's suitable for teams who need a comprehensive multi-sector database with rich contact data that could be emails and fund descriptions, company info, and more to streamline outreach, personalize engagement, and accelerate deal sourcing efficiently. So let's take a look at the country and regional sectors. So this includes Middle East capital, mainly the GCC. You're going to have everyone in the US. This is a very large part of the database. Canada, you're going to have all Europe. Mostly the Europe has been broken down into Swiss, Germany, and France, but I can extend it for people who are looking for more coverage. China, UK, Hong Kong, Singapore, and India. So those are the main parts of the database. Now let's look at the database on the spreadsheet. Firstly, a key database disclosure. I like to mention this because my databases are very large and have a lot of moving parts in them. So my extensive database library provides hundreds of thousands of global contacts, typically including profiles and emails and websites, though not all details are complete. So it's primarily compiled and updated from 21 to 2025. So most of the updates are the last 2 years. So this corporate resource may include contacts whose roles have changed, but it's designed as an excellent starting point for outreach. It's best leveraged and continually refined by organizations with dedicated data teams. To be clear, this is not a database that you're going to use to spam people with. This is a deep research database for people that are raising funds. I'm using it right now with a couple of the groups that I work with. It's really to hone down and to find out who are the best targets for you. So this database comprises a blend of individuals and companies, each with distinct investment criteria and operating conditions. So there's no guarantee your approach will be favorably received. Note, this database is available to corporate or institutional grade groups only, no personal sales. Okay, now we're over on the master spreadsheet, and the master spreadsheet is a historical funds database that goes all the way back to 2007. You can see there's 99,200 funds, and then you see on the top you've got the name, the background, inception date, asset class, strategy, primary region, status, so it could be open, close, second close, and then you've got fund size, you've got the fund manager, which is important because that's one of the key contacts that we're going to use to reach out. And we go over to the right hand side, you see we've got core industries, we've got fund structure, we've got industries, industry verticals, domicile, the data added, legal structure, region, address, city, country, so on, because this is a global database. The further I go to the right, you get more fields on different asset classes that they might be interested in. Now, another thing is we're really focusing on 2022 and beyond. So what I've done is I've gone and taken them down to 24,280. So these are all the funds that have been launched on a global basis since 2022. And you can see if we go up to the top, you're going to see basically, so it's the same as in the master database. You're going to get background of what the fund is looking for, so that's going to help you do filtering, but the filtering gets more refined as I go over to the right. So you can see the inception dates are all recent. Asset class, it could be venture capital, it could be private debt, it could be real estate, private equity, you name it. Everything's here as far as the asset class and the strategy. It also tells you the strategy of the fund, for example, early stage, growth, so on and so on, seed. You've got the status, again, could be raising, could be closed, first close, fund manager as well. So that covers all the key funds that have been raised on a global basis. Then what we have as well is we have the contacts. Okay, now we're over on the contacts page. Now the great thing about this database is it includes the who's who of all contacts in the fundraising ecosystem on a global basis. You can see here on the bottom left-hand corner, you have 412,000 contacts, of which we have around 277,000 emails for. Again, if you don't have the email for the person, you can just take their name, copy it into LinkedIn, and the odds are you're going to find them there. So you're going to have a couple ways to reach out for them. Now, this is a very recently updated database, and obviously it has not only fund managers, but it also has private equity, family investment offices, investment banks, investment companies. Anybody who's involved in fundraising is in this database, and of course the great thing about that is you're going to be able to use this as a perfect resource for fundraising, or if you can't find that key contact. For example, if you go to a private equity firm's website, a lot of times today you won't actually find their emails. You might find their name, but a lot of times they keep that reasonably well hidden. Well, the beauty of this particular database is you just have to find their name, go up to this field right here and punch it in, and the odds are you're going to find it in this database, and that's what makes it really neat. And the shelf life for this database will probably run well into 2028, 2029, because most people aren't going to be leaving their firms in the next year or two, and it's just a great resource for you to do your outreach for. Again, there's no other database like it. On the left-hand side, you're going to get the fund manager. You're going to get the firm type, whether it's private equity, venture capital, family investment office. You're getting the name. You're getting the title. Now, these are all senior positions. You're going to get the asset class that they're responsible for, and of course, 277,000 of their emails. The company's telephone number as well, city, state, and country. So that makes up the investor database that goes along with the fund database, and that's why it makes it a fantastic resource for you if you're looking to raise capital in 2025 and beyond. Okay, just a quick look at how to purchase these databases and the database delivery. PayPal is the method of payment, but if you don't have PayPal, you can use your credit card. So what happens is you can see the blue buttons on the website to choose your database, and then just click that link. That link will take you right to PayPal, and they'll give you an option of using PayPal or the credit card. So it's really easy. Now, note, there's no refunds on database sales, and prices are subject to change. Database will be sent out via email using a Dropbox link for easy downloading. Typical time of delivery will be between a few minutes and up to 5 hours, depending on what time of day the payment is received. For more information, contact the DubaiInvestorsList.com. That's DubaiInvestorsList.com. Please like, share, and subscribe.